Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in the heart of Denver. We have a Denver-based business here, African Eyes Travel. I am here with the founder and owner, Anita Forsyth. Anita has been bringing people into Africa. Matter of fact, Anita, when you first started, you were basically entertaining visitors right there in your homeland. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We lived on a farm. We had a lot of people come to South Africa for mining business. And I got to take the wives of these men around, and so I learned what it is that Americans really enjoy seeing most.
So you were hosting these people there, showing them around different things. Now you're taking people back over there, yes. People that really want a one-on-one guided tour and something they're able to learn straight from you.
Every trip I do for people is custom designed. I don't do the guiding anymore. Right. I now have a lot of guides on the ground in South Africa. So we arrange from them being picked up at the airport to being taken to the hotels to being guided around, or we get them a car and they can do their own driving, and we give them driving instructions and driving directions and how to get from one place to another. So we do the way they want it.
So if somebody come along and I say, I'd like to go travel and visit over there, but I want you to basically take me around and show me what it is, you guys provide that?
Yes. We have a lot of guides on the ground in South Africa, very good guides that we have vetted ourselves, that I'm very happy with.
What is the typical accommodation?
Well, there's really nothing typical. South Africa has an enormous infrastructure. So we have B&Bs, we have very fancy accommodation, we have backpackers. We do a lot of middle-of-the-road stuff. It's right across the board, every kind of accommodation imaginable.
And what about the great food we've heard about?
It's really good. If you were to go to Cape Town, I don't think there's a place you could find a bad meal. It's mostly seafood, but it's always very, very fresh and very, very good.
So basically the guides that you have around over there, they know about the culture, they know about the wildlife, they know about a lot of different things that if you were normally just going by yourself wouldn't benefit from.
Exactly. Our guides are very highly trained. South African government has made it mandatory for guides to have a license to do it, and so they have to actually go to guiding school. They not only have to know about the wildlife, the cultures, the history, the geology, the plants and the birds. They have to know first aid. They have to really know current politics, the past politics. They really have to be up to speed with everything. They're very, very strict about that. They want a very good image of the country to come out.
Typical would be 5 people and below, probably.
Yes. Mostly 2 people. It's mostly couples. And whatever they want. I mean, we have arranged Harley trips across the country. We have arranged steam train trips across the country. We have arranged just safari or cultural trips or flowers. The flowers in South Africa are phenomenal, especially in August, September. And people come from all over the world to see these. We don't do group travel or corporate travel either. We do individuals. We have done groups, you know, when a couple of friends come along and say, can we bring along 6 others? Not a problem. But that's not our main market. We really are charity-based. So most of our business comes from charitable organizations. We donate 6-day safaris to all sorts of auction events in Denver. So it's a very feel-good business because our business raises a lot of money for deserving people, deserving causes all over town. We're also in Florida and California, all over the country, but those are just few and far between because we're not there to put in the add-ons. So we donate safaris. The clients come to us. They're very happy because they manage to find a safari very, very inexpensively, which is how it usually goes at the auctions. And the auctions are happy because they're raising much more money than they would otherwise. We're very happy because people don't want to just go for a 6-day safari. They want to go for longer if they're going to go that much further, and we do all the add-ons.
So what you said about being customized, that's exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So it starts out with a pretty extensive consultation, I would imagine. Sitting down with you, deciding what it is I desire, what I enjoy seeing. Do I want to be put up in air-conditioned accommodations, or I want a place where it's set up for me when I come along? Is that right?
Exactly. So what I do is I invite them to come over. We make an appointment, and generally they spend about 2 hours that first appointment, and I spread out the map and I show them what's available for them to do there, and I can tell what would be interesting for them, and then we fashion the trip accordingly, according to that and according to their budget.
So once they've got the trip all laid out, then they obviously get an itinerary from you, letting them know what's going to happen, and then obviously sit around anxiously waiting for departure, I imagine.
Yes. It's very exciting for me. It's a great job to have because I don't do any of the execution of the trips. I have an assistant who's absolutely marvelous who does that. I just get to make people's dreams come true. It's a really, really cool job to have.
Fantastic. And you started out many years ago, you were the one doing it yourself, and now you basically have a team out there that you believe in. They understand the country. They're now showing people through their African eyes their beautiful homeland.
And we also have a very eclectic team there because South Africa has had such a very interesting history as far as apartheid and all the different racial problems that they've had there. So we have some guides that are descendants of the slaves that they brought in from the Far East. We have black people, we have white people, we have Afrikaans people, we have English people. So we do a really, really good mix so that our clients by the end of the trip have had a really good view from every angle. And I know that we're all supposed to be unbiased, but everybody does have a little bit of a different angle.
By the end of their tour, they have experienced a beautiful mix of everything that's there.
If that's what they want. Yes, if they just want safari tenting, we do in a luxury. Most of our clients do not want to go and camp, really, truly camping.
So when you're doing 2 or 3 people, 4 people, you can really customize it, and I'm sure you can be a little more spontaneous in if they want to stop and take some pictures, you want to check out somewhere that wasn't in the itinerary.
Exactly. So every guide they have is a private guide for them. If there's whales in the sea at the time that they're driving past, they can just simply say, stop, I want to take pictures, or whatever.
So basically, folks, from the minute you leave with a small customized group like that, you're talking about window seating and pretty much being taken care of all the way throughout. If that kind of full guided tour is what you're looking for, or if it's something a little bit different, Anita and her team down here will figure out what it is they want, put it together, and get you an itinerary in your hands so that you can enjoy the culture, the scenery, and the beauty of Africa, as well as many, many others that have done so as well. You're going to find her contact information at the bottom of the screen right there. The website is at the bottom of the screen. You can go on there and take a look at different packages that she's got there. You can basically contact her via email. And for people that aren't in the Denver area here, she can do conference calls with you as well, where you can actually talk and discuss what you are looking for. And you can even take a look at a sample itinerary right there on the website and decide where it is you want to go in that beautiful world over there of Africa. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.